Hi, welcome to Projecting Overview Podcast brought to you by Telumide. Hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. Why do exes come back? This topic was inspired by my friend Sam. She said to me, do you know what, Victor? You need to talk about this topic. Why do exes come back? And I felt like, do you know what? Why not? We've all been in relationships. We've all had our breaks. We've all been in situationships. We've all been in certain situations that, we've had to go back to our exes, or our exes have had to come back to us. But I just feel like, you know what? Let's talk about this today. Exes come back for various and different reasons after a breakup. Before we even talk about the U's and the Y's and the X's, we need to talk about the good old days, the times where things were going smooth, them times where, the good times where it was so smooth, things were going on smoothly, the talking stage. Everyone at some point has been in love or was in love or is going to be in love, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about lust. I'm not talking about infatuation. I'm not talking about when you're lost after the other person's body. I'm talking about true love. When you truly love this person, that you can see you two building and growing things together. You're like, that's wifey, now. And then she's like, oh, that's my man. Like, I can see this leading to the altar. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about relationship. I'm talking about that relationship that you've built with the other person that ended up becoming your ex. So that's the one I'm talking about. So we can't just dive into the conversation without going into the early stages, the talking stage. Them times when you're just smiling up and down the room, like your brothers and sisters are wondering, who's my brother talking to? Who's my sister talking to? Why is she always smiling? Let's say, for example, you're the type that goes to bed earlier, like 10 p.m. at night. Is the point out that you're on the phone until like 3 a.m. in the morning and you're just smiling, laughing. Someone is coming to your life now. You're just so excited that they're there. They message you at every available time they get. They call you at every available time they get when you're talking to this person. This person's message is the first you would want to see in the morning and the last message you would want to read before you go to bed. It just makes you feel that vibe like, yes, I have someone in my life that, you've got people in your life, your friends, your families that care about you, but this person is so special to you. You've seen them as that special person. Even their name is saved with that special. You have that, everyone has that special name they give to that bae or to the boo. They have that little heart emoji, just, on the side. Like, this person is so special to you. They mean so much to you. The times that you've had to sleep late at night, you're going to work now, you're messaging them early in the morning, the text is hi, you're just waiting for their messages. If they don't message you in a day, you're thinking what's going on, something is wrong. If you don't message them, you feel like you haven't really completed the day. But after that talking stage, that early talking stage, you've become an item, going to places together, going to restaurants, going to cinemas, going to bowling, going to all these fancy places, building memories together, having fun, just building things together, enjoying life and trying to making the best of it. As now you're in a relationship, your families are thinking, yeah, this is the person my son or my daughter is going to get married to. Even you yourself, you're happy that you're in a relationship. Your colleagues at work are starting to say like, Rob, why is she not even talking to us now? Like, every single time you're meant to go on lunch break with your colleagues at work, you're just isolated in the corner, talking to the boy, talking to your boo, messaging him, or she's messaging you, just telling you about how their day have been. Those early talking stage where you just like, how have you been? Like, there's no way you're going to be, you're not Nigerian if you're not asking that, like that question of like, have you eaten? You always have to put that sauce in. Is a sauce. You have to ask that question, have you eaten? Because that is a magical question when you're late, that late night talks like, yeah, have you eaten though? What did you have for lunch? That pillow talk, all those pillow talks you're always having at night, yeah. And you need to get ready for work at 7 a.m. in the morning, and you're saying to her or you're saying to him, yeah, you need to go to bed, And then, yeah, you go first. I'll chat to you later in the morning. And you're like, yeah, okay, hang up first. And then, nah, you hang up. You hang up. All those beautiful memories, all those beautiful times where you've just been having good times. If anything comes up, if there's a gist that the first person you want to know, if anything is happening, you just want them to know because you really care about this person. So for some reason, you and the love of your life have decided to go on your separate ways. Either you've both grown apart, or you now like two different things completely, or they've just decided to like move on and don't see you as part of their life. And sometimes this relationship end up on a subtle note, and other times it ends up that with both parties just, not talking to each other forever again, deleting each other on social media, on every platform is available, because they've ended this on a very high, I don't know how to say it. They've just ended it because it didn't turn out well, It just didn't turn out well. The relationship ended not so good. The breakup message always starts with, can we talk? And they put your full name. And you're thinking, the last time this person called me by my full name was the first time I introduced myself to them. So why are they actually putting my full name? You already have some sort of like, okay, I don't know what this is going to be about. Like, what's going on? Are you relocating to another country? I don't know. Like, you getting a new job? What's going on? Why do you have to put my full name? But you just don't get that full vibe. You want to wait until you get to meet them so you can talk. When you get these messages, you don't actually, they send you these messages at times that they know you're not going to read it straight away. So it's like when you're already sleeping after that late night call that you've had with them, even though you've had you've had a reservation and you're like, something is a bit off with this person or whatever, but you're thinking, right, well, maybe he or she's just going through one thing or another. So when they send that message, they either send that message to you when you're at work, when they know you can't really see it straight away, or they send that message to you when you're asleep, when they know that you're just like, you're gone, you're in cloud nine. And so when you wake up and you're thinking you're going to wake up to good morning, boy, good morning, love of my life, you know that pet names you give each other, you know all the names that you give each other, like you're waiting for that message because that's what you're used to, like. This is something that I'm expecting from my partner, from the love of my life. Hey, the love of my life. This is the message you're expecting from them in the morning, because obviously this is now the norm. This is your routine. Like the first message you receive in the morning and the last you see before you go to bed. And then now you've woken up this morning and you're saying, can we talk? That. To like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Okay, cool. Like, yeah, we'll see. Maybe after work, or maybe we can see on the weekend. Whatever we need to talk. Yeah, they'll wait. Like, we just it's not to talk. We'll talk. What's going on? So when you eventually get to meet your partner or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and that conversation starts to come up, and it's always like, I think. We need to talk, Yeah. What are you saying? Like, how's your day been? Are you stressed at work? Nah. I feel like, you know what? Like, I don't think this is gonna lead anywhere. What do you mean? You just, sometimes you just like let them finish what they're going to say. Yeah, I feel like I need to focus on myself, I need to focus on God. I need to find myself. I need to find God. This completely has nothing to do with you. This is not about you. Like, literally, you need to trust me. This is not about you. This is about me. At that moment, like, you're not clicking it. You're just thinking, okay, what did I do? Like, I haven't cheated on you. Like, we've spent time together. And then he's always like, they always have that sort of like, I've been thinking for some time now. No, don't tell me you've been thinking for some time now. This is not something that you just think about now. This is something that you've had so many times to think about. And now you just drop it like a bombshell for me to like just handle it. There's 3 years down the line, 4 years, 5 years. I've invested my time. I've had so many messages on Instagram. Just because you're in the picture, now you're telling me you need to focus. Like, let me understand. What do you mean you need to? Because that message, that word sounds funny to me. Like, what do you mean focus? You need to focus on what? Yourself. I feel like we do things together, but that's not the point. They've already made up their mind to say, do you know what? I'm cutting. Like, maybe I just don't like. Maybe now that Davido's album is out, they literally like Davido's album, and you're like a Wizkid fan. And it's just one of the reasons that I just saying, do you know what? Like you've been listening to a lot of Wizkid, and I don't really like that. Like, I love Davido in it, like, so like I feel like we just need to part our ways. Okay, maybe I need to start listening to more of Davido's music, but they're like, nah, it's too late now, innit? You're like, calm. Okay. And they always know like, we can still remain friends, like, shout me, let me know if you need anything. I'll be your support system. how can you be my support system after I've wasted so many years thinking we're building something together, and now you're putting it to me to say, call me? Call you for what? All the times that my friends have been calling me out at night, I've just, when someone calls you and then you see that option of like, can I call you later, or I'm unable to talk. Do you know how many times I send that to my friends when they want to talk about life, and you're just saying to me now that we can be friends and we can talk? First of all, we can't be friends after this because there is no friendship. What are we going to talk about? These are just the starting point. These are like the beginning of what, to expect. But then why do exes now come back? Reason is, after the breakup, for example, everyone's now parted to their ways. Now everyone's moved on. You've decided to and you always you see that friend that you've always had that phone calls. But now you're calling them. You want to talk to them. You have their time because now you have a lot of time. Now you're going to bed early. Now you can talk to your friends. You can hang out with your friends. Those times your friends want you to come along and chill with them. That you always said, I'm doing this with this person. I'm doing that with that person on the weekend. Now you have all the time because you're not getting good morning messages no more. Like, you're not sending nothing no more. You're not receiving anything. So you're just by yourself, like trying to move on. And it's so emotional because there is so much that has been invested in that relationship. It takes a lot of time to actually deal with it. And sometimes you have good friends around you. They'll help you deal with it better. And they just tell you, you know what? You know how your friends always say that there are many fishes in the sea, innit? Like, fam, just move on, innit? Like, they always have that message they will tell you. And I'm not even talking about toxic relationship, because toxic relationships, I do not agree with that at all. If you're in a toxic relationship, just bounce. You don't need to be there. You don't have a reason to be in a toxic relationship. But I'm talking of the relationship that you're building something with the other person, and this is going to lead to something beautiful afterwards. After that, now you've decided to say, do you know what? Yeah, he said to me he needs to find himself. He needs to find God. Maybe it's the time now for me to concentrate on myself, concentrate on God, find my God, be closer to my God. And if you're the type that you just go to church once a month, or you probably just read your Bible once a month, now you've decided, you know what, I've got all the time in the world now to go to church. I've got all the time now to read my Bible. I've got all the time now to do things that I would not normally do because this person was in the picture. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to be you don't want to show your emotions around people. You've got it in it. Yeah, you've got it. You're strong, When you're in your closet by yourself in your house, when your friends are not there, then that's when it starts to eat. Because on a normal day, you're always talking to this person. You've become a part of them. They've become a part of you. You don't even know it because psychologically, mentally, you're attached to them. Do you know what I mean? So it's even moving on might be difficult because a part of you is in them, a part of them is in you, even to a point that you already like the times when things were jolly and good and all of that. You do quite a lot of things together, and now all of this is ended. So now moving on from that, it's just okay, cool. I just need to find myself, and which is true. Find yourself and move on. Do you know what I mean? But it might sound a bit harsh, but that's the main truth. That's the real truth. At the end of the day, now you find another guy you're talking to, you find another girl you're talking to, and you start to see this person even likes Whiskey's music, but the way they sing when you're jamming to that music is just off tune, or maybe if the way they chew, you just find it. There's always that one thing you find in this other person, in this new person, that you just feel nah, my ex never used to do this. My ex never used to do that. So it's now you're forcing it with this new person because you had a perfect moment with your ex. Say for example, in the past, you would send a meme to your ex and they would see it. You would laugh about it, but now you're sending a meme to this new person, but they just don't get the joke. And you're okay. The things that you find funny, they don't find it funny, but you just probably have one or two things in common. You both are Wizkid fans, I guess. Why am I using Wizkid as an example, to be honest? But I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be a Wizkid or Davido's fan. So now you're getting on with things, you're doing things now with this new person. Maybe they are just the type that are introverted, and you're thinking, right, I just like to talk. Maybe I'm the type that I like to talk a lot of times. I like to make fun. I like to, have fun and go around. And they're just this person that they just want to sit at home all day, watch TV, and that's it. And you see, like now you find yourself in a position that you're comparing this new person with your ex, and you feel like, no, I can't deal with it. And now you think, yes, I need to go back to my ex. And you start thinking, raw. And the thing is, after a breakup, even if you've been in a relationship before that ended, you would know that after that breakup, maybe you're just the type that you're not normally on social media, but you see that now after that breakup, you find yourself, putting a lot more on social media. Now you're very, 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 very active in social media. Now you're posting pictures. You're thinking, if you think your ex hasn't seen that picture you posted, you're lying. They've seen it. They just haven't commented. How they saw it, we don't know, but all we know is they've seen that picture. Don't even think they haven't. And it's like, after a breakup, you have your guard on. Now you're thinking, raw, if I wasted 4 years with this person, I'm not letting that happen again. Like, no way. People say when things are broken, I feel like people say like our generation is that generation when things are broken, we just chuck it in the bin. Whereas back in the day when things were broken, you try to fix and mend it, which I think really and truly, that's a very good thing. But that certain things that, should not even be touched. Not to say that you're going to mend it when it's broken. Do you know what I mean? One of the reasons why people go back to the exes, or why you go back to your ex, is because, see what I've done there? Just working with all the alphabets. So one of the reasons why you go back to an ex is because of the memories that you've built together. Even though you're the Wizkid fan, but your partner plays the video in the car, and every time you now listen to Davido in the car, you're thinking, it just brings back that memory of that person, because you shared that together, or you already have like the same music that you both jam to all the time. And once that music comes up, it's like it just brings back the memory of that person. Or even it's like you go to a supermarket and you can smell the cologne of your ex. You start to think that around, and it's like, my ex wears this cologne, she smells like this. And that brings back memories too. So memories that you've shared together, or even places that you've both been together, you're going past that same place. It brings back memories like, maybe you have like a favorite restaurant that you go to with your ex, and now you're going past that restaurant. It just reminds you that, oh my God, every last Saturday of the month, I used to come here with him, or I used to come here with her. Oh my God. It just brings back memories. So that's one of the reasons why exes come back. Another reason is because exes thinks that they can mend the situation. Like, if it's, like I said, if it's not a violent situation, if it's not a toxic situation, then exes would think, if it's a toxic or a violent one, just deep, don't wait for nothing. But if it's not a violent or a toxic one, exes still think that, or these people still feel like, we can try and mend our differences. Maybe I need to start listening to more of Davido's music, or I need to just listen to more of Burna Boy's music, so we can compromise on our differences. Another reason why exes come back is because they've spent so much time in that relationship. Say, for example, you've been in a 4-5 year relationship, like you're not even studying a degree, but at the end of the day, it's just ended up in a breakup, and you're thinking, how am I going to now start another relationship with, like, just going back to that, hi, how you doing? Yeah, how's your day been? Like, that's long. Like, no one wants to do that, especially when you already see a future with this person. So you're thinking, it's just going to be a long thing trying to start another relationship. So I might as well just try and work on my old relationship and see if things can work, or if we can mend things together, or if we can put things together. So these are some of the reasons why exes come back. If your relationship ended up on the note where you had to delete your ex-partner on all social media platforms, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on iMessage, on WhatsApp, first of all, why do you even have to have them on all these platforms? That's because you have so much in common. It's their birthday and you just want to get back. You're just waiting for how do I even message this person now? And the thing is, no one ever deletes one another on emails, on Outlook, on Gmail. It's just there. And you send them that long message, like, you send those messages like, I know we haven't been talking, innit? Like, I know we haven't talked for a while. I just wanted to say happy birthday, and then once you send that message now, You're thinking, okay, happy birthday, yeah. Oh, and then you want to be modest and be like, yeah, thank you. The next message, it's like, so how have you been? How have you been? Like, fam, let's just live your happy birthday and move on. But because you still have emotions still flying around and there's still that feeling that you have towards them, you just want to like keep that message going. And then you go, so how have you been? And yeah, I've been all right. And you? All right. Okay. I thought you said you're focusing on yourself. Now you're asking, how am I doing? Yeah, I've been all right too, you know. All right. Okay. So what you been up to? Like, please, let's just leave it where it is. Like, do you know what I mean? Let's just leave it there. Like, don't be asking too many questions, because now you're gonna ask like, when are you free to meet up? All of that. Now we don't need all of that. Well, let us know what situation you've been in that involves you, you know, coming back to your ex. Is it because you just haven't got to know them? Is it because you just see yourself not being able to move on? Or is it because you've seen yourself building a future with them? Let us know what your thoughts are. Listen to us on all our social media platforms, on Instagram, on YouTube, on SoundCloud at Projecting On View Podcast. And until next time, have a good one.